Hello, welcome back to another vlog. We are going to do things a little bit differently today. You're going to spend the whole day with me as we try to get normal author stuff done and try to hit my word count goal for my writing challenge in the month of July so that I can write 50,000 words in 1 month. There's a lot to do. I've got some admin bits to do, I've got some vlog bits to do to make sure that I'm keeping up with that, and then of course writing. There's also a ton of stuff that I've just decided does need to get done, but is going to be postponed more than likely now until my kids go back in September, back to school in September. And to top it all off, we are actually starting the day at 5 to 11 and I've got to go and pick the boys up from school at 3:30, so we don't have a lot of time to do everything, and the reason for the delay is because I want to go get my nails done. It is officially my last author day before my boys break up for summer holidays, and most of it's already gone. That's fine, it's okay. I'm going to just bring you along with me. I don't know what we're going to get done today, whether we're going to get everything done today. I do want to spend some time writing. We will just go with the flow and see how this all goes. I'm now hoping that I've got a little bit of momentum behind this project that I'm working on. If you have watched my other vlogs of the writing challenge in July, this has been slow progress. This has been a real slow build to get into the story. Words are happening, like as of right now, I'm just shy of 25,000 words that I've written in the month of July. I think I'm basically on track, either spot on, a little bit above, a little bit below. I can't remember. I'm pulling up my graph so that I can remind myself. Should have been prepared and got that all up before I press record, but okay, yes, as of yesterday, I was 300 words over what I needed to get. So that is great. I'm hoping that I'm actually going to get a little bit more than my normal daily amount today. But I also do need to do some stuff around vlog. I want to get a vlog out today. So do a final watch through, get that all loaded and exported and stuff like that, and do some writing. I'm thinking we're going to write in the garden. That has been my favourite place for this book to write. I'm writing in the shade because it has been so hot. Sorry if you can hear the aeroplane, but I can't close the windows. It's just too hot at the moment to be closing any of the windows. So although I am now slightly ahead, I know that I'm more than likely not going to write tomorrow. And basically I sat down yesterday and figured out if I was to only have like 4 days worth of writing in the next couple of weeks for the end of July, because my boys are going to be off school, how would that look like? How would I complete this challenge in the space of 4 days? And I worked out that realistically that means I need to get 2,800 words on those days to make up for the days that I'm not writing. So that's going to be, and I figured out, okay, in the next couple of weeks, how many days do I actually have? And that is going to be my goal. Now, I might actually be able to write on some of the other days in the next couple of weeks, but that was my, if all else fails, this is what's going to happen. Now, because my boys are off school, or will be off school this week, I am going to have to change gears. Like, things are going to slow down. My author days are gone. I still have my part-time work that I will be doing, so I'm going to be juggling childcare, my part-time work and mum life, and trying to make summer holidays fun and enjoyable, along with writing 50,000 words of a book. Now, this was really badly planned, and I normally, for the summer months, historically don't really write, and historically just don't put pressure on any author days. If I get a couple of newsletters done, great. That's essentially all I've ever done. Just worked on the newsletters. I think, like, I have tried to do editing in the past, that didn't really go well. I have tried to do writing, again, that didn't really go well. I think there was like one summer where I wrote 5,000 words in the space of 2 months. So historically I don't do a lot in these months, and I really need to get this project finished for the time frame that I've come up with for the next few months and the end of the year and what I want to be doing in 2027. So this does need to get done. It's not something that I can delay. So we are going to be writing. The aim is that I get 50,000 words done in this month, which is doable. I am on track. It's not going to be easy, but it's doable. And then to finish, I think it would probably be like another 30 to 40,000 words on the manuscript to then finish that in August. And again, that is doable. It should be done by the end of the month, even if there are a few delays. So I sat down yesterday and sort of planned all of that out. But essentially, yeah, I'm nervous. Like, I haven't ever had a summer where I've done vlogs before, so that's going to be fun, trying to figure out how I vlog whilst I'm not having any author days. Which is why you're joining me on the last author day, just to mark the occasion. And yeah, I am really going to miss my author days as we go into the end of July and August. But then the boys go back in September, so September onwards we'll be back to normal, and that will be awesome. I've planned out like my work for the rest of the year, but essentially what we are going to be doing today is getting this vlog sorted out. I've got to do some more recording. Obviously I will be recording with you as well, but I've got to do a recording for the last vlog, which you would have seen, which I still haven't worked on. I don't know how to get that around my head. And then hopefully some writing. No, we definitely do need to do some writing, and I'm thinking as videos are exporting and things like that, then I can do some writing. First of all, because I have been out this morning and everything feels a little bit up in the air, and I am going to just chill out, do myself a little plan, and then start on the plan. Now, I'm sure I'll be talking to you a lot throughout this vlog, so let's get started. I mean, do I need a coffee? Do I need an iced coffee? Maybe, maybe not. I will need some breakfast at some point. It's 11 o'clock. Maybe just wait till lunch. Who knows? Let's just do a little plan to get my head sorted and what we are going to do first. I'm done with my edit. I just thought I will do a real last minute watch of that vlog, which I did do. There was a few little edits that I did, but mostly sorted, done. That is now exporting. I expect you to start hearing the whirring from my laptop. While that is happening, I think I'm going to film this talking head voiceover sort of thing that I'm going to be doing for the next vlog, so that I know that that's done. Yesterday I sat down and wrote out some talking points. No! My paper's come out! Oh, as I was planning, I was like, these look very precarious. They look like they're going to come out, and now I've just pulled it out. That's so annoying. I'm like not even halfway through the book. This is what you get when you get cheap books. This was quite cheap. This was a couple of quid. So so annoying. Anyway, I'll just slot it back in and deal with it. But I've got my talking points, so I'm just thinking, set up the camera, film it, get that done whilst I'm exporting, because I can't really use my laptop whilst I'm exporting because it will then take longer. Sometimes it just gets really hot that I'm concerned it's going to overheat. At some point I will have to address that situation, but we just carry on and pretend like nothing happened because, you know, that's what some of us do. I'm going to do that. I'm feeling like it's going, you know, that was quite quick. I will have to do like the thumbnail and actually upload it, do the description and all of that, but fingers crossed that actually won't take too long. So it should all be uploaded today, which will be really good. And what I was then thinking, as I was going through my edits, I suddenly thought I haven't done the bingo board with you at all. I don't think. I think I've like shown snippets of it, which is fine. There's no point putting that away. Let's keep that out. But I thought actually I would just go over with you what's going on in the bingo board and how we are going with the bingo board. Ta-da! Here is my bingo board, precariously propped up, so fingers crossed it doesn't actually fall. But as you will see, I have actually highlighted quite a few things now on my bingo board, and I think in the last couple of vlogs you would have seen me tick some things off. So we've had like 10,000 words, skipped a writing day, and coffee shop writing. Like I said, I've been writing in the garden and I've actually really enjoyed that. The other day I did write in the garden on my phone and it was really difficult. I've gotten out of the habit of that, I think, since the first November writing challenge, and since then I've been writing on my laptop way more, so I think I'm just in the flow of it. I did do my double word count for a day, so 3,266. I've hit 20,000 words, done some early morning writing, stopped in the middle of a scene. I think I spoke about this in the last vlog, being surprised by a... Actually, I haven't said about it yet because I'm going to talk about it in my talking head that I'm going to record in a minute. But I will have said that I got surprised by a story development and it really sparked something in me. And I'm hoping that this is actually where sort of the resistance and how hard this project has felt to write starts to dissolve a little bit and starts to become a little bit easier because of this surprising story development, which then led to inserting an unplanned scene. And that was written yesterday, I think, was when I ticked that off. So yeah, I'm quite far on my board. I'm not expecting to write a steamy scene just yet. There is a possibility that I could join some writing sprints. Well, I can join some writing sprints whenever, but there is a writing retreat for the Rough Draft Challenge coming up this weekend, so potentially, if anything, I'll get there. I'm going to be releasing my first vlog, so I will be ticking that one off later when that is actually done. I've got other things here like feel like the best writer ever, but I've also got feel like the worst writer ever, writing 2 chapters in a day, finishing the challenge early, doing a bit of self-care, discovery writing a scene. That is very possibly going to happen right now once I get to writing. I've got writer's block. I mean, I wouldn't consider what I've had writer's block. There's a potential that this doesn't actually get ticked off whatsoever, but I wouldn't say it's writer's block that I've had as such. Potentially a little bit of it, but I think it's just been the resistance and the getting started has felt really sluggish. Felt inspired and in flow, not really. This one I wanted to highlight to you though, pushed through resistance. Now, I feel like there's the potential to tick this one off purely because of the surprising story development. I feel like I am getting into a bit of a flow. I feel like although there has been some recent resistance of like, oh, do I want to start writing at this point in time or not? Hang on, let me do a switch around. I felt like I may have broken the resistance. However, I'm resistant to tick off pushing through resistance because I want to make sure that it's gone and that I don't just fall straight back into it. When I put this down as a bingo box, my thought process was, oh, I can't be bothered to write. I'm going to write and then be like, yeah, I wrote like loads, well done. And then as it transpired, it came clear to me that this whole project is resistance. And there's some reasons around that, which I have gone into in other vlogs. But writing at this point in time is difficult with the heat, with things around like the boys, the fact that I'm going to be going on summer holidays, the fact that I would normally have this time off, the fact that I have had back to back writing for quite some time now, and perhaps just a bit creatively worn out. Perhaps it's this project. This is a brand new project and I haven't really spoken about this project at all, and there are reasons behind that, but this is a brand new project. This is a project that I haven't thought about for years. Like my other writing, I normally think about them for a good few months, let alone, you know, sometimes years of thinking about it. This doesn't have that all boiled in. Like the last book really flowed quite well and felt easy. Although it didn't feel consistent all the time, it felt easy and it just felt like it was pouring out of me, and I had thought about that book a lot. And although there was an awful lot, you know, half of the book was unplanned, half of the book I had been thinking about scenes and it just flowed. Now I'm coming up to scenes where they are more cemented in my head. They're the scenes that made me want to write the book. So I'm thinking that there is a potential that I will tick off that push through resistance very soon. And then as we were at just under 25,000 words, I'll hopefully be hitting the 30,000 word mark. So potentially that's the row that I will be ticking off first. But then I'm like, let's carry on. Like, let's keep going with this. It's just a little bit of fun. It's been really difficult to get into, and I'm still feeling some of that resistance of sit down and write. And when I do sit down now, things are flowing. So that's the change. Before I was struggling thinking about sitting down to write, and then when I sat down to write, struggling to write. Now what's happening is I'm resisting sitting down to write, but when I sit down to write, things are flowing easier. Not necessarily all the time, but I'm getting into the flow, and that's taken me a long time with this project. So anyway, long story short, I'm not ticking off that push through resistance just yet, but watch this space. Fingers crossed I will do soon. I am 50% of the way through of exporting my vlog. Let's sit down, do this talking head, get that done, because then it's just a few little things for the vlog and then writing. And I will be discovery writing a scene because I just cannot imagine what is going on. I've literally got a headline. Anyway, we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's go and do some filming. Welcome back to another vlog, and in this vlog we are going to do something a little bit different because we've got to go back in time. That voiceover talking head video is done. We are on a roll, like we're doing good. My coffee was mostly foam. I don't know what I'm doing with that coffee frother whisker thing. I'd watched loads of TikToks. Do you think I can remember any of them? But actually that was really, really good. So we've done vlog editing, vlog filming, more vlog filming like we are doing right now. You're spending the whole day with me. So we need to do some vlog bits and then writing, and we are now at, oh God, we're at 1:45. I think what I'm going to do, work on the thumbnail, import the vlog, and then I just know that I can just write. I want to get 2,800 words done today, which would be a couple of hours. I need to eat as well. I want to eat some. Okay, let's not panic. Let's bring the laptop over. I'm going to get something to eat. Let's eat. Sustain ourselves. Do the thumbnail. Then write. It's all okay. We've got this. No need to panic. I'm not panicking. Are you panicking? No, neither of us are panicking. I've got my lunchy breakfast sort of thing, but I went on a massive shopping spree on TikTok for incense, which I haven't had since I was like a teenager, and I got all this incense, and so I'm going to burn a little bit. A lot of them came with a holder, but I tried it yesterday and then went everywhere, so I have to put a plate underneath it. So I'm going to do a little stick of incense, which was actually good because normally I would have like a candle, but actually because it's been so hot, like I do not want to be burning a candle. See, these don't take that long to sort of be used up. I actually don't really know how to do them. I don't know whether that's lit or not. There you go. That's better. Right, so this is a refreshing scent. But yeah, I've got loads of them, so I'm going to let that burn. I'm going to take my laptop over to the sofa and we're going to just chill out over there. My laptop is literally burning. I think it needs a little rest. Also, I was thinking, I haven't done thumbnails for ages. I just keep reusing, can you tell? I just keep reusing the ones that I've already done. So maybe I'll take a couple of thumbnails. writing sprint. I'm hoping that I might be able to write a little bit more, but I do need to go and pick up the boys. I am really enjoying writing outside in the shade with some music. Being able to look up in the sky at the clouds, or when birds come and just walk around the garden, or I saw a dragonfly and some butterflies. It's just really cute. I wrote 2001 words in that sprint, but what I did do, because it was a scene with no details, what I did was before I started writing, I just, on my manuscript, just wrote out some random thoughts of what really needed to be included, like the fact that before this we saw them meet, and then coming up there's a scene that I've got an idea of, and so how do I bridge the gap between them being newly acquainted to very close, and what needed to be addressed. So I don't think that chapter is fully done. I'm happy with it though. I think it will need in edits a lot of fleshing out and making sure it is visually strong and coherent, but for discovery writing I'm happy. So I'm not going to mark off just yet on my bingo board discovery writing a scene, because I want to get the scene finished, and I think it would probably be like another writing sprint just to finalise that. My goal was 2,800 words. I might get that, I might not, but I did do a lot of words yesterday. I ended up doing 3,349 words yesterday, so I'm actually ahead because I want to write 2,800 words. I think actually I said this week I needed 2,500. So when I plot down the fact that I've now got 26,496 words, I am ahead today on my graph. My vlog is ready and waiting to be published later on today. That's all done. So once I finish writing, even if I don't get the 2,800 words, just the fact that another chapter is done, and a chapter that I had no idea what happened in it, and the fact that I get to tick off another of my rough draft bingo boxes, yeah, that is a good author day, considering I had my nails appointment today, which was like 2 hours gone, and I needed to write a scene that I had no idea what to write. So I'm impressed. It is my last author day until September, which is sad, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to write. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to work. I just have to work in a different way, and it's a lot more of a case that if I can, I will, rather than dedicated time. So yeah, I am sad, but I'm also really ready to have summer holidays with the boys. They need the break. We need the break from the routine. So yeah, if I do another writing sprint, maybe I'll bring you along with me and then catch you up with where I finished off. I might see you in a minute. And that is the author day officially done. I did sit in the garden, I finished the chapter, so it's meant that I'm at 27, just over 27,000 words, and I have ticked off my discovery wrote a scene, and seeing as I've got scheduled to go live my vlog today, I have ticked that off as well. We are rocking and rolling. That is generally how an author day goes for me. Lots of juggling, wanting to prioritise writing, but sometimes not always able to prioritise writing. Sometimes it does get left last minute, especially doing YouTube vlogs when you're like, I need to get something out and it needs to be edited and reviewed and then uploaded and all the extra bits put on top. And me being like, why did I book an appointment during my author days? And then feeling like I have to catch up because I've got an appointment on my author days. But I did get everything done that I wanted to get done. I'm going to miss these author days, but I am going to enjoy time swapping to part-time worker mum mode rather than trying to prioritise author days as well. And it will be like a little holiday. I'll carry on writing. I'm not sure what the next vlog is going to be like, but I will see you in the next one. If you've enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. I will see you whenever I see you next, and I will keep you up to date with the Rough Draft Challenge. Wish me luck, and I will see you soon. Happy reading.